Josh headed out for a hike one day. He was excited to get back to nature. He started out on a wooded mountain trail. Later in the day, he encountered something dark. It changed him. He started early in the morning. The weather was perfect. He planned a routine day on the trail and ready to take in the beauty, peace, and tranquility. By mid-afternoon, the woods went quiet. No birds chirping, bees buzzing, but a strange, eerie quiet. He noticed it when he stopped for water. The usual background noise had vanished. It made him uneasy, but he tried not to think much of it and kept walking. Then Josh heard what sounded like footsteps behind him. At first they sounded far away, then closer. He turned, expecting to see another hiker. The trail behind him was empty. He walked faster. The footsteps matched his pace. He stopped and waited. The sound faded. When he moved again, it came back. He looked hard and saw nothing. Josh was starting to get nervous. The steps didn't sound like an animal. They were definitely bipedal. Every time he slowed, the footsteps slowed. When he sped up, the steps did the same. It was like whoever or whatever it was mimicking him without ever coming into view. Later, the voice started. It did not call out in a clear sentence at first. It repeated words he said. When he muttered, "Almost there," he heard the same words answered from the trees. It sounded like his own voice, but not quite the same. Like someone trying to sound like him. He was being stalked, hunted. Josh shouted, "Who's there? Show yourself!" The woods returned his words, broken and slow. That made him panic a little. He tried to stay calm, told himself it was just his imagination. Still, the voice kept up. Sometimes it sounded far away, sometimes close, so close the thing had to be right next to him. The footsteps circled. Twigs snapped and leaves crunched like a person was walking, but still nothing in sight. He didn't believe in ghosts, but that is what he felt like was messing with him. Josh was freaking out, but also frustrated and angry. It was getting later in the afternoon, and Josh tried to speed up his pace to get away from whatever it was. The trail opened into a clearing. Josh stopped and sat on a rock to rest for a minute and calm down. He took out his knife and held it, hands shaking. That's when the words came clear. "Josh," said the voice. Clear. Simple. Josh's heart sank. How did it know his name? He hoped he had lost it, but it was still there. He was terrified. The words seemed to come from everywhere at once. He spun around and searched the tree line. Nothing moved. The air felt thick. Josh yelled for the thing to leave him alone and that he had a weapon. Every shout came back to him warped. All of a sudden, a figure stepped into light between the gap of the trees. It stood just inside, not coming forward. He described it as tall and thin. Pale skin that almost looked washed out under the dim light. The eyes, he said, were dark and hollow. The thing didn't speak. It only watched. Josh was shaken, but ready to fight if he had to. What shook him to his core was what the thing did next. It growled and smiled at Josh. This thing was not human. It was otherworldly, pure evil. All Josh could do was run. He ran without looking back and stumbled down the trail. He tripped on roots and cut his hands on branches. He could still hear it chasing him. The sound followed for a while, and then it stopped. When the woods opened up for him to see, he was at a gravel road. An elderly driver stopped and helped him. He was shivering and unable to speak clearly. The man drove him to the ranger station. Months passed. Josh would still hear his name called in the middle of the night or footsteps behind him. Josh was never quite the same after coming face to face with pure evil.